This is John for the Everyday Fan Sports. Today I have the pleasure of being on the beat with wrestler Ezio Orlandi. How are you,
Thank
sir?
you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm doing well, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Should I have introduced you as the Alphasaurus?
Usually people introduce me as Beyond Alpha Ezio Orlandi, but if we don't want to do that, we can call me the Alphasaurus. Yes.
I do what you request, sir. Whatever you would like, I'm here to please.
Oh, I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
So since this is our first interview, I always like to start off with, when did you get interested, just in general, when did you get interested in wrestling?
I would say around 2007. That's when I think it was like the real rise of John Cena, if I remember correctly. I just remember, wow, this is like a really, like, I feel like I did know about wrestling before, but like for whatever reason, I just didn't like get in touch with it until my family started to. And then as soon as it hit my screen, I was just attached to it. I love that it was a physical contest that can be told in a story. And it was like watching a real life movie. So I was just like, yeah, I'm on board with this. I dig it.
So you mentioned Cena. So who were your guys back then?
Cena, Rob Van Dam. Let's see. I would have to say Cena, Rob Van Dam, Batista. Who is the man? I love that period of 2007. But I think it was really just those guys. I wasn't a really big Shawn Michaels guy for whatever reason. I'm not too sure why. But it was those three or four: Batista, Cena, and Rob Van Dam.
Okay. And when did you decide you wanted to be a wrestler in life?
Oh wow, yeah. So kind of crazy. I wanted to be a wrestler after I was I never wanted to be a wrestler when I was watching wrestling. I haven't really stopped watching wrestling. I would say after I finished college and got my degree, I actually found myself in still pretty good shape by then. I was an athlete back in grade school, high school, and college. I was a amateur wrestler and a football player, and so I kept myself in shape. And I was at a point in life where I'm just like, I'm still like kind of young. I might as well like give this a shot and and see and just get out of my system more or less. Honestly, I might as well give it the try. And while giving it the try, I just fell absolutely in love with it. And now I could see me doing this, well, at least until my body won't let me.
You trained under some, pretty big names, at least in the Chicago area. You trained under some pretty well-known names.
I did, yes. What's it called? Isaiah Velasquez, Bryce Benjamin, Kylie Ray, Robert Ego, Mustafa Ali, now Gringo. I can't really ask for any more, honestly. I'm very fortunate for the school I go to in the area I live in. Fortunately, I'm pretty close to where we train and everything, and I try to get as much time in there as I can while I'm scheduling. But as bookings have been picking up lately, it has been harder to meeting training, but I still manage to do a day at least.
That's a good thing, though. Bookings are picking up. You're getting more well known around the area. No, I know. I'm friends with Bryce and Ego and I. Well, Ego was a wrestler. I was just a reporter, but we worked together maybe about 10 years ago for a company on the Resistance Pro in Chicago. We worked together for several years.
Really?
Ego's one of my favorite all-time indie wrestlers. I love the guy. I think he's fantastic. Egotistical, fantastico.
Oh yeah, he is a nice guy. Yeah, he's very very helpful. Will honestly answer any questions you have. Very forward. Very glad that I have him as one of my trainers.
Is it a little intimidating though, training under, because he was in the WWE for a while. He's certainly one of the best indie workers, at least in the Midwest.
I gotta say, once I started getting, I would say Kylie Ray kind of made it really easy to talk to anybody because she's really good at like humbling herself. So like she wasn't originally a trainer in the beginning, but she would be at our classes, and just the way she carried herself, I figured like, oh, okay, everyone's kind of a normal person here. You know, we're all just trying to get better and improve and just, you know, be normal.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, how would you describe your wrestling style?
Probably more, probably grappling and brawling, I would say. Actually, I would say more grappling, honestly. I'd say grappling.
And what's your finishing move? And what's your finishing move, and how did you determine that?
I was looking for something where I can sit out with it, kind of like a bomb in some way. So at first I was doing like a reverse like attitude adjustment where I would set them the other way and I would sit out with it. I called that the Alpha Buster. I thought that was pretty cool, but I didn't like how my opponents would land sometimes because I would tell them to put like their arm behind their head just to, you know, protect them.
Sure.
But they wouldn't. And then they would tell me they didn't feel anything. And then I'd watch the tape back and I'm just like, I don't like the way that looked. But right now I still do something from the fireman's position. I basically, I do a Michinoku driver. So like I would push their leg on my left arm, drive down like I'm doing an attitude adjustment in front of me, and I would sit out at the same time. And as they drop, I would keep their leg, so I have their leg tucked as I'm pinning them.
Gotcha. Now we got to talk about second wrestling a little bit. You made your debut.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I call that one the Alpha Driver.
Awesome. Got to talk about second wrestling. I saw your debut. Very impressive match. I loved it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Now you wrestled Jackson Larkin.
Mm-hmm.
You came out on the losing end, but you know there was some chicanery there. Obviously, at the end of the match, his manager gave you a card. Mm-hmm. We don't exactly know what that was. We're assuming he's trying to get you into his stable.
So it was his card. He is trying to gather more people into his stable. For right now, we're still in talks right now. We were on the phone before a couple of times. He had said some things that really interested me about my future development. Though I don't like the way I lost, that's for sure. But it was something when like we locked eyes, me and Jason. It just like I felt like that's when he saw something in me when I was about to finish off Larkin, and just suddenly like when we were just like, oh, this like we could do something here. I felt something there. I turned around, I got just absolutely smoked by Larkin and finished off. And you know, unfortunately, things like that happen in wrestling, but there's more matches to come. I've seen people lose one night and then the next week they become world champion. So
no, you're absolutely right. And obviously you always want to win, but that match, you know, regardless of the win or the loss, it was a great match. And I'm not just saying this because I'm talking to you now. I already got the interview. I don't need to butter you up at all. But the guys I was sitting with, we all said that, you know, both of you put on a great match. It takes two to put on a great match. Yeah. But we were very impressed with your in-ring style, especially because it was your debut. We know you haven't been wrestling forever. I know you've wrestled before second wrestling, but you're still relatively new in your career. And we thought that was an excellent match.
This is my first year. I started at the end of December. I started December 19th, 2021 with the Nightmare Factory.
Now, when you're wrestling in the ring, obviously you're focused on the opponent, on the match, on everything that's going on. But do you ever have time to sit back and kind of like soak it in and go, you know, I'm really doing this. There's a crowd here that's, you know, that's in my hands.
Yeah, I do get like, I don't know who taught me this, but I did I always, when I'm in matches, I always take a second to absorb the environment, especially when they're making noise, and to react to that environment, and it does make me feel something. It gives me that extra like fire in me to perform as the match is going on, and it really makes me. It's why I joined wrestling. It's the adrenaline rush. It's the energy. It's the storytelling. Yeah, I take those moments in, and I try to carry them with me to every next match, honestly.
And have your friends or relatives, have they seen you wrestle in person?
Yeah, they have.
And what do they think?
They think I'm the best wrestler ever. Like they're just like they've seen me as like an athlete before, but like they're not in, like I would say not a lot of them are into pro wrestling or have seen pro wrestling, especially the older generation. But like I completely turned their view on wrestling. They think it's the coolest thing. They randomly still pop up at my shows, even like they don't even tell me. It's been an absolute like treasure having random family like care enough to come watch me wrestle.
That's gotta be cool.
It's been cool because I didn't expect that at all when I joined wrestling. I thought like, this is my thing. I'm gonna carry my brand. I'm gonna make it to television one day. Like that's just how optimistic that I am, and it's just an extra cherry on top that my family, like all my family, like loves it.
Well, that's gotta be cool. Now, obviously, I know you're gonna wrestle before then, but Second Wrestling is coming back to the area, Northbrook. I believe it's December 11th. They're coming.
Yeah, that's the correct date.
Will you be on that show?
I will be on that show. I'm actually on the cover of the board for that show.
That's gotta be cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. The last show was the first time I was on a wrestling poster. Actually, that was a big deal to me. Yeah, I was actually surprised how much that hit me. Actually,
oh, it has to.
Sure. Yeah, I was like, oh, this is really cool. Like, everything's paying off and everything's going the right way. So,
have they named your opponent yet?
No, they have not, but I look forward to it. I'm very curious who I'd get. I saw that Hammerstone got announced during the show, and wow, what an opportunity that would be if I faced him. But I think me and Jason are still in talks.
My next question, sure.
What's up?
That was going to be my next question. Is there a chance that we'll be seeing him in your corner?
Yeah, we're still in talks, so maybe Jason might be trying to test us out as a pair, me and Larkin as a pair, or maybe he wants to just manage me and try me out against opponent against whoever I'd face. But me and Jason are still talking about, or am I in this faction or am I not in this faction? We'll find out by the show, I'm guessing.
Well, that's exciting for you. Yeah, you're wanted by a top manager. I'll be in the audience. I love Second Wrestling. I've been to every show in the Chicago area that they've had. I think it's fantastic. The show the other night at Dirty Nelly's, I thought top to bottom, first match to last match, I thought everything was excellent. It'd be hard to pick a dud of, like, the worst match would be hard to pick because they were all top notch and the crowd was insane.
I thought the last show was phenomenal as well. I was trying to watch as much as I could, and from what I heard, everyone popped off. It was a very good show for a Thursday night too.
Absolutely, and you were a big part of it. Before I let you go, tell everybody where they could find out information about you. Promote whatever you want. This is your shot, man.
All right. Well, the best way to support me right now is Pro Wrestling Tees, Beyond Alpha at Ezio Orlandi, or just at Ezio Orlandi. You can follow me on social media. I have a Facebook page, Beyond Alpha at Ezio Orlandi. You should find it there. Twitter, I believe, is at Ezio Orlandi or at Beyond Alpha at Ezio Orlandi. And then Instagram I know is Beyond Alpha Ezio. Just those two. Those three words, I guess.
Sure.
And yeah, I think that's it. I also have a TikTok if people are interested, but I haven't produced that much content on there. But I think I plan on doing that in the future.
Well, I'm sure if people just look up Ezio Orlandi on any of those three, they'll find it, because that's where I found you.
Put Ezio, and then like, yeah, as soon as you put Ezio, you'll probably find me. If you don't find me there, you just spell Orlando with an I at the end instead of an O, and you'll find me. It's pretty easy, especially on YouTube. You type in my name and you'll just find like a good portion of my matches too. Though.
I did. I did that right before we got on. I was just watching a match and I forgot the guy's name that you wrestled at Freelance Academy.
Oh, there's a man. I've had a couple of those. Was it the Aaron Payne one or the Saban Gage one?
That one. Yeah, the second
Saban
one.
Gage.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Yes.
Excellent match. Well, listen, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your consideration in talking to us. I encourage everyone to come out to Second Wrestling on December 11th. You'll be there. I'll be there. I'll be cheering for you. Not sure if you'll be in Jason's corner or Jason will be in your corner or not, but people got to go there to find out, man.
No, they're going to have to come to find out.
Ezio, thank you very much for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, John, for having me on your show. I really appreciate it. This was awesome. Thanks for having me.
We'll bring you back on in the future, get some updates from you.
Oh, sounds good. I look forward to it.
Awesome, buddy. You have a great night. Thanks, man.
You as well. I'll see you at the show.
You got it.